All right, guys, we're about to get into a situation here, man, that went down on X. Shout out to my, Myron, Fresh Fit, and them, man. He gets on X with this guy Sam Parker, big dude in like the, groundbreaking news with foreign wars and stuff going on. He'll go follow him on X. Gets into it with a Groyper, right? Let's listen to the video, man. This stuff is wild.
I can't believe how quick that was. I can't believe how fast that was.
Can I make this interesting? Can I make this interesting real quick? Myron, you were in my space the other day, and I said, you're doing a great job calling these, but, if we take this country back, we want it for white folks. And would you go home? And you said, I was born here, and I'm not going anywhere. And this is where I think the problem is with working with non-whites, is that once you think you help us, that you're just going to stay in our country. Do you still stand with that answer?
Bro, look, man, I know you're trying to get a clippable moment here for your...
No, it's the truth, man. This is the issue with whites working with non-whites.
We're over here talking about a problem, then you bring it right back into, this whole white thing. Like, dude, shut the f up.
This whole white thing is what built this country, Myron.
Shut the f up, dude.
Hey, you sand. You sand.
Hey, listen,
I am in Florida. I'm in Florida, and I will knock you out on camera.
All right, I'm not gonna have violence in the space. It's not even my space. I think Ian's having issues, so look, I'm not gonna allow that in Ian's space.
It's mutual combat.
I understand, but listen, people are listening.
There is no mutual combat. I don't even want to deal with you, bro.
Well then, why are you in? Why do you Browns think you could stay in my country? Why?
Look at the guy. Look,
no, it's the truth. You didn't build this country, Myron. You're not from here. You're not from this country. Why do you think you can stay?
Anyway.
No, it's a point, Myron. Answer.
Well, actually, here's a better point. I'm gonna listen. Here's actually a good. We've been talking about an alliance all night tonight. All right, that's just unproductive. Like this igniting a race war in this space tonight. HT, uncalled for, unnecessary. You could have a different space for that. Like earlier, that might have been appropriate, but right now we're talking about free speech on Twitter. So
this non-white is calling me a Mexican. All right,
bro, you're attacking him too. So listen, like you said, it was mutual combat, but it's over now. We're not going to derail.
My point is
now, all right, man. So this is the issue with these Groyper guys and these alt-right America First guys, and this is the problem, man. And I understand why Myron and them have to kind of associate with them, because there's a huge portion of them that get a hard on. When you shout them out and stuff like that, they'll go and support you back, because they really are just shadow banned, they're censored, all that, right? So this is the issue with supporting these guys. Their main ideology is pretty much being, obviously they have the nationalist thing going on. A big part of their ideology is to kick immigrants, right, and foreign people out of their quote-unquote white countries, right? These people are delusional.
What country are you from?
Who are you?
I'm gonna call the police. You don't run into people. I'm a citizen here. You're not. You're an ugly foreigner.
I've never seen. Listen, man. So that whole ideology is literally it's a delusion, and I'm gonna tell you why. This is the big factor that kind of did it for me. Their leaders, a majority of their leaders, right, especially the dude that with the last name Fuentes, the incel who's still, I think he's like a 30-year-old virgin or something like that. Nothing wrong with that. Shout out to him. Respect to him, right? None of these dudes are full-blown white Europeans. You cannot make this stuff up, man. None of these guys are full-blown white Europeans, right? But they're running around with this white nationalist stuff. It's almost like the Wigga that hangs around the blacks to the point where they kind of sometimes they forget that they're white, because they're so entrenched in the culture.
Close your eyes, you might just think this teenager grew up on the inner city streets. But he didn't. Kyle Jones is from one of the most exclusive suburbs outside of Boston, Newton, Massachusetts.
I don't want you to see me as that I'm trying to be black, or I'm trying to be too hard, or I'm a white kid trying to be. I just want you to look at me as me.
That's the equivalent of what these dudes are doing, right? And bro, I was looking at the leader of the Proud Boys, right? I don't know if you guys have seen this guy, right? This blew my damn mind. The leader of the Proud Boys. Well, he's not the leader. He's the dude that went viral because he's this guy's a Cuban immigrant running around with the Proud Boys. He was one of the dudes that I think he was the one that went into the U.S. Capitol building with a bunch of these Yankees, and they pulled up to the Capitol building. This guy was in the front, and people are like, "Wait, hold up, is this a white nationalist? Why is the dude in the front a full-blown Latino? Like, what is going on here?" And you ask the guy, and he'll these are the type of people that'll tell you, like, they're trying to like compensate for, I guess, them not being full-blown Caucasian. It's like a weird ideology that makes zero sense, right? Because they know in reality, let's talk reality here, right? None of their so-called white countries can function without immigrants, okay? In all industries. And then they have this huge, like, anti-Semitic, they have like an anti-Semitic, rhetoric that they always want to spew, right? And then you kind of get to the point where, like, so wait, well, why you guys hate them so much? Like, what's going on with that? Like, I mean, I understand, like, there's, maybe the Muslim population, the Arabs, like, well, what's going on here, man? Like, why are you guys so uppity about them? And it's literally, when you break it down, it's like a jealousy issue. Like, they're jealous that a lot of Jewish people are successful. They come here. They're less than 1% of the population, and they're overrepresented in pretty much every industry across the nation. That's just what it is, man. They just came here and kicked ass, right? So they'll run around and act like, oh man, they're ruining everything. Like, dude, you guys just aren't that good. Like, they got you. They're you look at every industry. Jewish people are overrepresented in the financial industry and media, and they have really successful, prominent positions. They make stuff happen, right? Whether you like what they're pushing or what agenda they have, that's cool. But you can't sit there and be jealous of someone who came here and outperformed you, right? And that's a big component of these guys' ideologies, like. All right, so that's the issue I have with associating with these Groyper guys. I understand why Fresh and Fit have to do it, because there's a huge component of them who are they kind of fall in line with the incel community. You know what I mean? Like the dude, the Fuentes guy, he's like a 30-year-old virgin. A lot of these dudes, they have issues again with that as well, right? So. But yeah, that's just the reality of it, man. Like, if they had the choice, they wouldn't want to be around Myron, Fresh, any of these guys, right? But yeah, interesting, man. Interesting exchange there.